Social media is about to change forever for entrepreneurs, for business owners, for anybody building an online personal brand because the distribution game is being completely reset. And the truth is, we're entering a brand new era where the people who win aren't going to be the ones with the biggest teams or the most time. They're going to be the ones who figured out how to replicate themselves online. As you can see right here, I have a real version of me and the AI version of me, and these are just AI clones. Now, the good news is there are ways to win right now that weren't even possible 18 months ago. And I know this because I spent nearly a decade in the digital marketing space. I've worked with over 600 businesses and I've helped generate multi-8 figures in sales for these businesses. And I'm starting to see a pattern that isn't obvious to most people yet, but are massive opportunities if you move fast. Now, let me show you exactly what I mean. Right now, you're watching a digital version of Tyler. He didn't record this today. He didn't spend an hour setting up lights or writing a script this morning, but I'm here. And this is the worst this technology will ever be. So that's where we're at today. Not a decade in the future, not 2 years in the future, literally today. And if you're still the one that's creating all this content inside of your business every single day, you're already behind most people. Because here's what's happening that most people aren't even talking about yet. For the last decade, if you wanted to grow a business online, you had two different options. Option one is paid ads. You rent attention from Facebook or Google. The second you stop paying, you disappear. No one sees you anymore. It's just like renting. You never owned it to begin with. Option two, content marketing. You create blogs, you create emails, you create social media posts. You start to create all these things, you push it out, and you just hope that it reaches the right people. And AI has gotten really good at writing emails and blogs, but we're entering this new era where the most powerful form of marketing is video, just like this. And it's finally becoming something that you can actually automate where you don't have to be the one sitting down to record all of this content. And the technology, it's here today. But here's the problem that most business owners are actually running into. You can get in front of the right people to watch your videos. The algorithm can find your ideal clients. That's not the issue. The issue is the distribution. You're putting in way too much time trying to build a brand when you have more important things to deal with. Hiring, creating offers, running the business. Think about it. You always want to sit down. You probably always want to record content because you know how important it is, how you can drive in more clients, you can get more visibility, you can stay top of mind. So you understand how important it is, but the things that pay the bills when it comes to client fulfillment or things like that, this is where you get sucked in, all the client fires that come up throughout the day. And that is the problem that most of my clients are actually facing as of right now. But the good news is now you can actually clone you. Your face, your voice, and that's what people trust. As you can see, this photo right here, I was never actually sitting in Alex Hormozi's office, but it's almost the same background. That's an entire AI clone of me where I created a video of me talking, sounding like me, talking like me, moving like me. And as you guys already know, this whole content game, this is the highest leverage thing you can do to be able to get more clients today. Think about it. You can hire executives, you can hire sales reps, you can hire directors, everything else. But video, that's the only thing that you can never hand off as a business owner. Now, we have just walked into a brand new era where all of this is possible. And I've personally seen businesses being able to scale way faster using this in the last 6 months than anything else. I've personally been in digital marketing for nearly a decade now. I've worked with 600 plus business owners. I've helped generate multi-8 figures in sales, and I've collaborated with some of the most known people in this space. And right now, I'm watching the shift that most people are just completely overlooking. And the business owners who are actually deploying all these AI clones right now are building an unfair advantage that's going to be nearly impossible for everybody else to play catch up in the next 12 months. Now, here's exactly what I'm seeing. Your bottleneck is that you need to post content. You know that visibility equals trust and trust equals revenue, but you can't do it because you're already running the business. You're the one that's deep in fulfillment and being pulled in every which way every single day. You have clients to serve, you have sales calls to take, you have teams to manage. You don't have these 3 hours a day to set up all of this equipment, the lights, to write scripts, record, edit. So you probably just try to outsource this and you even realize that you're not even getting the output that you actually need. And then next thing you know, maybe you do try to go ahead and write all these scripts. Now you try to batch record it. Now you end up burning out. You start overthinking it. Maybe you post twice a month. And once you do that, maybe you go straight back to outsourcing or VAs or ghostwriters, but they just don't understand your voice because the value, it comes from you. It comes from what's inside of your head every single day. Your face, your voice, your authority. That's what people trust. People listen to you. They have facial recognition, but this really all just makes you stuck at this point. It's like trying to fill 10 buckets with one hose. It's like trying to run a restaurant with one person, but you have 900 tables. It's just not gonna work. But meanwhile, every week you're not posting, someone else is building trust with your future clients. Every day you're invisible, competitors are getting more and more top of mind, and this is the revenue that you're leaving on the table. But let me show you why this matters so much right now. Pull out your phone right now. Go to Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you're supposed to be posting. Count how many times you have posted this week actual valuable content. I'm not talking about stories. I'm not talking about comments. The actual content that you have posted to be able to generate more sales and more leads for your business. Now look at the top people in your industry. These are the ones that's winning. Count how many times they have posted. Do you see the gap? And it's not because they have more time. It's because they have systematized their entire online presence. Think of it like a race. There's a billion different ways to get to a private island. You can either row a boat, you can take a helicopter, or you can take a private jet. They are just the ones that figured out how to build and take a private jet. You're the one that's still rowing the boat. There's always a better way to move. There's always a better process to be built. Now, you probably think that the bottleneck is you and that you're just not disciplined enough. But what if the bottleneck is really just the requirement that you're the one that has to personally show up every single time you want to record and be able to create content for your brand or business? Like, what if you could just remove yourself from this entire process? Let me paint you a picture of what's been happening up until now. Think about people like Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi. These guys, they post every single day and they're everywhere, multiple times a day, every single platform. And you look at them and you think, how did they do it? Here's how. They have poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into their media operations, film crews, editors, content coordinators, social media managers. They have built entire teams around all of this just to keep their face in front of their audience every single day because they understand that attention is the new currency. And it works. It's as simple as that. It works. And that's why they're household names in the business world and whichever industry that they're in. They've mastered this omnipresence game by sitting in front of a camera every single day. But now, you don't need any of that anymore. The barrier to an online presence has almost literally dropped to zero. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. You can create content just as good as any of these people, if not way better. And that level of visibility that they all have, it also used to require such a large budget, such a large team. And that level of visibility that all of these guys had, that used to require such a big budget. And you probably have to have a pretty big team as well. But now you can do all of this on a laptop with just yourself. You don't need a team anymore. And right now we're actually in the same moment of time when social media had originally launched. Because before Instagram, you needed TV ads to reach millions of people. Now you can just make a simple post on the internet. And that's where we are with AI clones, and most people just haven't realized that yet. Think about it like this. Imagine being an early investor into Amazon, Facebook, Nvidia. That is exactly where we are with AI clones right now. We are so early in this space, and nobody is talking about this. No one understands the capabilities of what these AI clones can do and how good the technology's gotten. And the best part is, today is the worst that you'll ever see it, because this technology is only advancing more and more and more every single day. And the people that are deploying these clones today, they're going to have such an unfair advantage in the future that in 6 months, this is going to be normal. In 12 months, it's basically just going to be a table stakes. It's like having a website in 2010. SEO was huge. Everyone went and would find your website and you get a ton of business. And then it's like when everyone started creating content back in like 2016, 2017. Now you're just able to conquer the actual distribution side of it to be able to put in 100, 1,000, 2,000 times the output as everybody else. And here's what it actually looks like. Once your clone is set up, you don't have to record anymore. you can create videos that look like you, that sound like you, that feel like you without ever having to touch a camera again. You can see right here is before my clone, and then on the right side, this is after my clone. Again, I generated Alex Hormozi's office off of this. This clone, it looks just like me, 100%. It's not even me. Like, that is how crazy all of this is. And all you need is a script. You give it a script and this person can say and do whatever it is that you want. And the best part is AI can do all this for you. You have a bunch of tools, Poppy, Claude, ChatGPT. You can use a billion different tools for content creation. Your clone creates LinkedIn videos, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, lead magnets, video sales letters, ads, anything you need. Thank you pages, onboarding assets and material, literally anything you need. And it can do all of this in 0 time once you just have the clone set up. And once you have all this set up, and here's what happened. You become omnipresent. And all omnipresence really means is that you just become seen everywhere. And now think about it like this. When you're scrolling on social media and you see the same person for the 50th time that day on a bunch of different platforms, subconsciously, your brain is saying like, hey, I know this person. Even if you've never met that person in real life, you never bought anything from them, you just now trust this person 1,000 times more because you've seen them, you've heard their story, you've seen their face, more than anybody else. Now, imagine on the flip side, you only see one person one time from an ad or something like that. You're going to trust that person from the ad that you've seen one time far less than the person that you've seen 50 times in a single day. And that is the actual game. That's the game right there. That's how all these big names got big. They just showed up more than everyone else. And now you can do the same thing without the team, without the budget, without the equipment, without spending your entire week sitting down and creating content. In 12 months, there will be 2 types of business owners. The ones who have cloned themselves and became omnipresent, and those who are wondering why they keep losing deals to people who seem to be everywhere on the internet at once. Now, here's what I need you to do right now. 1, acknowledge reality. You're losing business every day you're not visible. Your future clients buy from whoever shows up most consistently, and that's probably not you at the moment. Number 2, stop waiting for permission. Business owners are using this today. This isn't about being unethical. Think about it as, what is the cost right now of staying invisible? It's way higher than any tech investment to be able to go ahead and create your own AI clone. And creating AI clones is so cheap anyway. And number 3, realize that the version of personal branding that required your time every single day, that entire era is over with. You don't need a bigger team. You don't need more time. You don't need to just love to be on camera and speak into a mic every single day. The people who will win in the next 5 years have learned how to be everywhere without being anywhere. So if you're ready to build your own digital twin and become seen everywhere online without burning out, join the free Skool community. I'll show you exactly how to set this up and, more importantly, how to implement this into your business to get more visibility, become an authority, and start getting more leads and sales. We have live calls every week where we talk about how to create AI clones, but also how to implement them into your business strategy step by step. It's 100% free. Links in the description below, and I will see you on the inside. Peace.